Peace world, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of Substantial Weekly. Of course, my name is Substantial. Welcome to the show. Happy Friday, man. It is super great to see. As you can see, for those of you who watch on a regular basis, we got a slightly different setup today. The certain things that I usually use to do the broadcast are packed up in the car because this weekend is Crate Convention, you know what I mean, here in the DMV. Happening at Busboys and Poets this Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m. It's happening Busboys and Poets in Southeast DC. So yeah, some of the stuff is packed up because I need it for us vending out there, chilling with the community, all that good stuff. But yeah, man, good to see everybody. If you're just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, you know, all the things that we say here on YouTube and all that good stuff. But man, it is great to see y'all. It has been personally a rough few weeks for me, or a rough start to the year, even though business has been good. But happy to be here nonetheless, man. Well, first I want to thank you to people who reached out personally and stuff, whether it was via DM, text message, or whatever. People who reached out just checking in to see what was going on with my family. I haven't posted the information publicly and stuff because like there are a lot of things that have to happen, and the more people kind of hitting up certain family members, the more difficult it can be, and so, you know, a lot of times recognizing the platform I have, you know, trying to keep it so my family doesn't get bombarded with certain things, you know, unexpectedly. But yeah, man, we suffered some real some challenges, some major challenges, and some major losses of loved ones over the last few weeks. And so I appreciate those of you who know what's going on, but been keeping it close, you know, keeping it close to the chest, keeping it low. And yeah, man. But yeah, I'm just thankful for health. I'm thankful for people who love me. I'm thankful for folks like y'all who love me as well, man, and care what's going on as I do what's going on in y'all lives. So happy to be here with y'all. But yeah, man, shout out to everyone in the chat already. Shout out to Chi-Town Warrior up in here first. You beat early. You know what I mean? I gotta talk to early when I see him. Badge and gun, sir. Joshua McGee, what up, bro? Uncrowned Otaku in the building. What up? Gold Broadcast. Peace, peace, peace. Who else we got up in here? The Spirited Black Man. Yo, I appreciate the contribution, man. Thank you so much for contributing today. And you know, all that good stuff, man. Keeping me in mind off these polls, one thing at a time. And so our goal for today, we got a lot to cover. Last week was a short show. This week will be a longer one, to say the least. But yeah, man, we got a lot to cover today. Some new music dropped from the homie Kenichiro Nishihara. So we'll check out my song on there. It's funny, that same song was a goal here on the channel a while ago. So yeah, we'll be replaying that today. Of course, the latest single from Bop Alloy, it has been out and doing well, man. Shout out to those of you streaming on all of the different platforms. It's already seen like I think over 10,000 plays just on Spotify alone. And of course, we'll talk about the Kickstarter campaign. Oh my God, that reached over $32,000 because of y'all, man. Thank you so much to everyone who contributed. Thank you so much to those of you who want to contribute but are you know, having challenges right now, or just personally can't do it at the moment and plan to do it in the future. I got information about that we're sharing today, as well as the Europe tour, you know what I mean, which is right around the corner. We're officially a month away. So yeah, man, that's exciting to say the least. I got a lot of things to take care of on that front too. And man, and for those of you who are thinking about buying tickets to the tour, one of the shows on the tour, but haven't yet, please do so sooner than later. No need to waste time. We're coming through. It is official. We'll see you soon. But yeah, man. So the Spirited Black Man says, this is for blessing us with that new joint with you and Kenichiro. Wishing you and yours the best, man. I appreciate it, family. Chi-Town Warrior says, send serious condolences, man. I appreciate it, good brother. Hey, my brother, Mr. Shear, what's going on, bro? I hope you're doing well, man. I know I was supposed to follow up with you a minute ago just to check in. We should do a phone call at some point. Hope you and your family can navigate those losses and adversity the best you can. If there's something I can do to help, let me know. Man, I appreciate that, bro. That's more than enough. I would say to those of you who are praying, folk, keep sending those prayers up. We appreciate it. Good vibes are also appreciated. That's more than enough. That's all I need around me at the moment is just keep that good energy coming, man. I'm not a person that's like, oh, it got to be all good all the time, but I'm going through enough or my family as a whole is going through a lot of negative or just a lot of major losses, or major concerns, bare minimum, with serious matters. And yeah, so just balancing that out with good vibes and stuff, an opportunity to laugh, smile and stuff with good folk and people we care about is more than enough. So thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's see. Joshua says, appreciate you taking the time with us this Friday, especially with the strife you're going through. Because you don't have to. You are truly a gift, brother. Appreciate you again, man. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. My wife knows and stuff. Last week, I was debating on if I was going to do it at all. And my wife, I won't say she talked me into it, but she knows that, it's usually like, it's always good energy over here. So with y'all. So like, that's why I chose to do it. And I'm glad I did, man. It helped. Shout out to AJ Rios, who came through the following day to hang out, man. He came through like around 9 p.m. after that super mediocre or below average dunk contest during All-Star weekend last week. He came through after that. And I played the Bop Alloy album for him and let him hear a lot of the beats I've been cooking up and features I've been doing, which I recorded a new one this week. So professionally, man, things have been great. Personal life, you know what I mean, in terms of not necessarily what's happening directly in this household, but people who are really important to me, as one's family typically is. A lot of folks in my family are losing, like, yeah, man, they're having serious health concerns and stuff, or cousins of mine who've lost a parent, other family who's lost a child. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's rough. It's rough right now. So I'm grateful for the good vibes, man. I'm grateful for the good vibes. Got you this weekend if you need / want to talk / vent, man. Yeah, for sure, bro, because I know you're going through it too. All right. Sending you all the positive energy, man. Thank you so much for the contribution as well, bro. For the good vibes and for keeping me and mine off these poles. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. And Brother Josh, man, I appreciate you. We've been rocking too long for me not to consider you family. Anything I can do, I got you. We're locked as always, brother. Locked, brothers, always. Man, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. Damn, we're 2 contributions away from hitting the goal today. They like, we getting it. All that sob story shit aside, bro. We getting them songs. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. I'm joking, but nah, seriously, man. Thank y'all. But yeah, man, peace and welcome. If it's your first time, make sure, you say peace. Well, everybody, make sure you say peace. Let us know where you're tuning in from, all that good stuff. We love to see, where folks are locked in from, man, and all that good stuff. And of course, man, the contributions that y'all make to the channel helps me fund all the bells and whistles that y'all can't see, but has greatly improved what the show looks like over the years. So thank you for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, let's get into it, because as I mentioned before, there's a lot to cover today. Today is probably going to be a 2-hour type of show. But let's start out with thanking all of our contributors, man, all of the members to the channel, all that good stuff. So real quick, shout out to everyone on Patreon who's contributed. Shout out to those of you on YouTube who are members. And of course, those of you who are subscribers on Bandcamp, literally can't do this without y'all. That support not only helps to fund the channel, but it helps to helps me like update equipment when I need to, and a lot of other things, you know, on the music front, man. Just I appreciate y'all always investing in what I do. And I do my best, man, to maintain a certain level of quality and you know, a certain standard, you know what I mean? And so yeah, let's see. Keep it pushing, keep it pushing. And if you haven't become a channel member yet, please consider doing so you can get access to exclusive stuff. I got a lot of stuff to update y'all with and post, you know, so I need to get on that, man. But now that the Kickstarter campaign's over, I will definitely get on sharing some of this this cool behind the scenes stuff sooner than later, or unreleased tracks. All right. And also you can join on Patreon as well. Just search Substantial on any of these platforms, and you know what to do. So let's get into these Bop Alloy things. Man, thanks again to everyone, you know, who contributed. As I mentioned before, man, we raised over $32,000, which I know is a lot of money. And to some people might sound like a lot of money. But when you understand how expensive it is to do what we do, you know what I'm saying, at the level we're doing it. And keep in mind, we're not the biggest artists in the world, but just the fun, the physical merchandise that we're delivering on this, like between the vinyl and some of the other items, like that alone is almost 25K. You know what I mean? So now, and that's partly because of the amount of people who contributed. So like, you know, we had to do enough where we make sure everyone is covered, and then we could do the extra stuff. But once we added those stretch goals, obviously that pushed the budget up further. And so thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for contributing and stuff like that. That is not a little bit of money that y'all put up. And we really hope that y'all appreciate the level of quality that's going into the record and going into the merchandise. As you can see right here, that's the official album cover for Masters of the Artistry. That's our character that we've used over the years on the cover of all of our releases. For those who don't know, I feel like a lot of people know, but for those who don't know, that character, the official Bop Alloy mascot, is called Saxophone Jones. So as you can see, Saxophone Jones is in hard times out here. You know what I mean? Tattered garment, you know, an arm missing. You know what I mean? Like it's tough times right now in the world. I'm sure a lot of y'all can relate, but regardless to the scars, the injuries, you know, parts of your humanity being tested, all of the different challenges, regardless, man, we move forward, we push on, and we still, like, we mastered, you know, we master the things we're passionate about, and continue to find ways to thrive in spite of the challenges, man. So that is what this record is about, and we can't wait for y'all to hear it. But let's talk about some specific details with the upcoming record, okay? So check this out. People have been messaging us a lot, like not just on Kickstarter, but in our DMs as well, asking about like when the album is going to be available for order or purchase, or anything outside of Kickstarter. So now that Kickstarter is over, happy to share that information with you. So the official pre-order date for the album on Bandcamp is going to be March 6th, 2026. That's going to exclusively be on Bandcamp, that pre-order date. You'll not only be able to pre-order it digitally, but you'll be able to pre-order the physical copies as well. And then the official release date of the project will be March 20th. Okay, that's literally the day that we arrive in Europe and the tour begins for us. I think we got a radio show that we're doing on that particular day. So yeah, man, we're definitely about to go all the way in. Yeah, so the album will be available a month in advance on Bandcamp, and then from there it's going to hit all DSPs in late April. So April 24th is the date that we're looking at the moment. But you'll be able to pick up the record then. Yeah, man. And so it's going to be dope. It's going to be really, really dope. So, I mean, you'll be able to stream the record then on all of the platforms. So you got a little bit of time to wait. I know for some people, they're like, damn, why is that so long? we want to make sure to take care of our super fans first and foremost. Of course, those of you who've contributed on Kickstarter, you know what I mean, being able to get first access to it and stuff. So even when you see the pre-order stuff go up, just know that if you've completed your survey and we have your email address, you will have a link with a download, a downloadable link for the album, and you'll be able to stream it as well as the songs become available on Bandcamp. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. You know, we got a lot of links to send out, a lot of shout outs to do. So just know that certain aspects of the campaign in terms of rollout are about to start happening within the next 2 weeks. And we'll keep y'all posted. Okay. Yeah, man. And let me know if y'all got any questions pertaining to this in particular. Y'all can go ahead and start dropping those in there, and I'll do my best to answer it. But let's keep it focused around Bop Alloy at the moment. And if you got any other questions, we'll save that for later in the show. So as I told y'all already, man, one of the most important parts of the campaign isn't just getting the money and getting people to support. It's also getting people to complete the survey. Take the survey. All I see is lines and colors. I forget which one of y'all told me to do this. I need to turn it into a real joint. I was telling Marcus D this the other night, and he was laughing. But yo, this is where we are so far. We have over 220 some backers, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so far, 64% of y'all have already completed the survey, which is great because I literally just sent the surveys out a day ago. You know, met with Marcus, we went over the particulars and sent that thing out, and y'all have already 64% of y'all have already completed it. We just got 83 backers left who need to complete it. So if you are one of those people, you can take a second right now. You can leave, go fill that out, come right back. I'll be here. I'm gonna be here for at least another hour 30. So but yeah, man, if you haven't completed your survey yet, please get that done. It's greatly important to making sure that we can ship out the records on time. As you can see, I have not locked the addresses yet, but once the vinyl and the physical merch arrives, the address line will be locked. And then I would say also, if you know that you live in a place where there's been issues with your merchandise, not your merchandise, but any orders or packages coming to that particular address, and you have a better one to share, you should definitely put that, because that's happened in the past where people are like, oh, I didn't receive my item. Hey, man, we're doing our part. This stuff is not cheap, especially with all the drama happening in the world right now. Shipping is ridiculous. The cost of this stuff is ridiculous. And so you know, so I know a few of you had issues or concerns with the cost of shipping, but yo, like, just know that we've done campaigns in the past and tried to do the fans and supporters a favor by keeping the shipping prices low, just for us to lose a significant amount of money, like sometimes like $1,000+ or whatever being lost in underpricing, like how much it costs to ship some of this stuff. So just know that we're doing what we can on our end to get it to you all. So just make sure you got accurate information. Any mistakes that are made that are on us, we'll definitely do what we can to fix that. But make sure you do your part as well. Let's see. We got a quick comment from the homie Shot-Town Warrior. Eric says, I'm sorry I can't donate today, bro. Oh, no, the campaign's over. Campaign's over. So don't even stress it, bro. Campaign's over for now, but the pre-orders of the album, as I mentioned before, that's going to happen on Bandcamp in March, right? And so you'll be able to pre-order digital or physical copies starting next month on Bandcamp. So don't stress it, bro. Don't stress it. All right, but Kickstarter's already over, man. It's all good. And listen, life be lifing. You know what I'm saying? Life be lifing. I definitely know how it go. But yo, I appreciate you, man. You show up here week in, week out, and that is a significant amount of support that you've shown over the years that I'm grateful for. So thank you. All right. But yeah, man, just go back to this real quick. But again, if you have not completed your survey yet, please do so. Get that done immediately So that way we can go ahead and start processing the merchandise that's already available. And then some of the stuff, one of the biggest reasons why you need to complete the survey. Obviously, we need your address, but also if you're a person who paid for the liner note feature, right, and then also paid for the executive producer add-on, I think we got all of those. But if you already paid those, like, we're literally sending in the artwork files this weekend, which means that process starts on Monday. So if you don't want us using your Kickstarter username and you want to put your real name in it, then yeah, you need to make that contribution. I mean, not that contribution. You need to complete that survey ASAP. And I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all hear sirens in the background. Temperature went up today to almost 60, so it's a little warm up in this joint. So I had to crack a window, but I got all, like, where I live is off of a main strip in Northern Virginia, and so anytime there's a issue, more than likely the fire truck's got to come down this way. And it gets really loud. So my apologies if you can hear it. And my apologies if I wasted your time with that, if you heard nothing. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, let's keep it pushing. Okay, enough of this talking. Let's play some music. So, man, if you have not heard it already, you know, the homie Kenichiro Nishihara is back with a new album. And it's called Oh Jazz. Let's get ready to cue that up. Shout out to the homie Soul Tiger. You know what I mean? Good to see you up in here, fam. Welcome to the party. All right. Let's get into some tunes. So let's cue this music up real quick. Yeah, man. This is one that I recorded with Kenichiro in person back in, I think this was early 2024 when I recorded this joint. Wrote and recorded it. Says, Oh Jazz is a great 28-minute album. Word, man. Bro, 60 degrees sounds amazing. It's like 8 here with wind chill. Yeah, I feel you. That was literally, was it weekend or week before? Yeah, I feel you. It was close to that over here too, man. We were in the teens for a minute, and then when the wind kicked up, it was just terrible. 75 down here in Atlanta. That's crazy. Yeah, we're trying to get rid of the last of this snow because it's still snow on the ground here, even though it's almost 60 degrees outside. So it's been super real. That snowstorm was no joke. All right, let's get these tunes happening right now. I have you live on my smart board in my classroom. I'm telling them about you in words, beats, and life. Can you say what's up to the 7th grade period class? That's what's up. Hey, 7th graders, peace. What's going on to y'all, man? Thank y'all for watching. Mr. Shear is the man. I'll try to keep it as PG as possible. You know what I mean? Since he got this playing in the classroom, but that's super dope, man. Shout out to all of y'all. Wishing y'all the best. I'm super happy that y'all got a great teacher like him, someone who actually cares and does great work. Shout out to Mr. Shear, all right, and his 7th graders. All right, on that note, let's listen to some music. This song right here is called Keep Playing On. It's from Kenichiro Nishihara. He's a Japanese producer who makes everything from like jazz to hip hop to like even R&B type of joints. Sometimes instrumental, sometimes with vocalists like me. And so this song right here, Keep Playing On, is a very jazz heavy like / hip hop joint. And yeah, man. And so you're gonna hear me say Piano Man a lot, even though you're gonna hear horns and stuff like that, because Kenichiro is a pianist. He plays piano, so that's a shout out to him. But let's get into the track right about nowish. All right. Shout out to Kenichiro.
Hit them with something they ain't used to. A little bit of that funk that they can move to. With some jazz and verses, mad immersive. You wanted to move, here's an excuse to. If you feel it, then let the rhythm use you. Make way to the floor, better move through. Before you know it, you own this moment. But your twist on it like a loose screw. I refuse to quit, we just begun. Lost in it till we all are one. And everybody love it like they love the sun. Locked in it till I start to become the drum. piano man plays with no delays. Hit stage and I left him in a blaze for days. Navigating the rhythm like a maze. Lost in it, I'm not phased. Just free. Keep grooving and moving. Don't stop what you're doing. Piano man, keep playing on to the break of dawn. Let them hear what they waiting on. Keep grooving and moving. Don't stop what you're doing. Piano man, keep playing on to the break of dawn. Let them hear what they waiting on. Hey. Like Pablo Esco, and every bar following his lead like echoes. Here to help you find the best flow. Get into the groove and let's go. Presto. It's magic when the mood is perfect. The music is giving you a groove to work with. So smooth when you move like serpents. Unpredictable, but you move with purpose. And the surface is your canvas. You're a work of art when you're dancing. On a higher plane when you transcend. And left the world for other planets. You belong amongst the stars where the dreamers, genius, and wonders are. Traveling through sound, man, we come so far. Getting down to up the bar. Swing with us, keep grooving and moving. Don't stop what you're doing. Piano man, keep playing on to the break of dawn. Let them hear what they waiting on. Keep grooving and moving. Don't stop what you're doing. Piano man, keep playing on to the break of dawn. Let them hear what they waiting on. Hey. Yeah, I like what you're doing is tight. How you doing it, you're doing it right. Let me hear you. Hey. Yeah, I like what you're doing is tight. How you moving, keep it moving all night. Bring it back, keep grooving and moving. Don't stop what you're doing. Keep grooving and moving. Don't stop what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the homie Kenichiro. Shout out to the amazing musicians he worked with on that track. Hey, listen. So look, I'm going to address this right now. Once again, clap it up for the homie Kenichiro. So yeah, man, it's funny you say that, right? You know, so first, shout out to Kenichiro Nishihara. Congrats on the new album, Oh Jazz, out right now. Yeah, man, I remember the first time I received the beat from Kenichiro. And my nephew, shout out to my nephew Wealth, Rich, man, I love you. He was at the crib. He was at the crib. I think he was staying with us around this time. He had some legal issues and stuff. And so I had to write a letter to the judge on his behalf and basically letting the judge know that he would be staying with me and my wife because, you know, we were expecting our first at the time and he would be helping with the baby. But also we had like work and things we could give him to do to keep him out of trouble. And I had him going to the program that I was doing over at Covenant House, Washington. So, you know, I was taking him to work with me every day and stuff. And days where he wasn't going to work with me, he was staying home with my wife when she was on bed rest and all of that. So around this time, this is like maybe was it early 08? This is like, yeah, early 08. So he's staying with us. Kenichiro sends me the first ever beat for one of our collabs, and this was for Heart, right? Like he sends Heart. And my nephew hears it and he's like, Uncle Stan, you supposed to rap to that? Like what you It's like that ain't what we rap to. Like what you gonna do with that? And I was like, yeah, man, you rap to anything, right? If it got rhythm, even if it doesn't have like a set rhythm, right? Like you can rap to anything. You can become the drum. It don't have drums, you can be the drum, right? It's like you know, our delivery is so rhythmic, like we're keeping the time even when it sounds like there's a instrument that isn't. So I always loved the challenge of writing to the different stuff that Kenichiro has sent over the years. And this is only the second time I recorded in the studio with him. Like, so I recorded this in Tokyo at his studio while I was out there working on the Bob Alloy album that's about to come out. And yeah, I think the only other song we recorded in person together was Waves. We recorded that one in person, which is like I think our biggest song. I think that joint is like over 1 million streams or something like that on Spotify alone. But yeah, man, shout out to Kenichiro. I didn't realize how big the song Waves was until like I always loved it, It's one of my favorites that I did with him. But it wasn't until we were on tour in China and people were like expecting to hear that every night. And I was just like, oh, okay. Which was super dope, man. Shout out to Kenichiro. So anyway, addressing this particular comment right here, it's funny. While I was in, not Tokyo, while I was in, I think, what was it, Beijing, like while I was in China, or before I was leaving for China, I was reaching out to Kenichiro because he had just finished touring out there. And then I was saying to him, I was like, hey, bro, like, not for nothing, man. If you're ever interested in doing a tour together, let me know. We can definitely talk about it. Maybe we could tour China together. And he was like, oh, man, I'd definitely be interested in that. And so then I hit him back and was like, yo, by the way, with this new song we got coming out, we will officially have like 9 collaborations together. So like there's 9 songs that it's just me and Kenichiro, or me, Kenichiro, and other musicians or vocalists. And so I told him, I was like, yeah, man, we should do like a compilation of all those songs on one project. And then we could record like one additional track that's not on it. And he seemed to be like super open to that idea. And I mentioned it to him again recently, and he was like, yo, he's definitely trying to do it. So the likelihood that that's going to happen at some point in time where we get like a full-length Substantial and Kenichiro project is very likely, at least based on what he says. So hopefully that happens, in the next 2 years or something like that. But we will see. Time will tell. You know what I mean? It says, after listening to Keep Playing On, I have to go back to listen to Soar again later on. Word, man. Soar is a great one too. Kenichiro actually didn't produce that. That was what's the brother's name? Oh my God, I know his name. I'm blacking out right now though. Yeah, I know his name because I was literally just looking at the song the other day, but I'm tripping right at the moment. But yeah. Chill Air Art says, you might like an artist named Machida. I feel like I've heard of Machida before. He's made some jazzy hip hop beats as well. Haruka Nakamura is great too. Yes, Haruka Nakamura. That's the brother who produced Soar, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, that just made my damn day to hear. That's what's up. Sorry, 7th graders, if you're still watching. You know what I mean? Of all the words I could have said, that's probably not the worst. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all have said worse. You know, I was a 7th grader once too, and let's just say I've come a long way. Okay, thanks for the correction. No worries, fam. No worries. All right, glad y'all enjoyed that joint. Let's keep it moving. Just a friendly reminder that the song There's More is out right now, streaming on all platforms. You know what I mean? From me and Marcus D from our upcoming album. Oh, pardon me. From me and Marcus D featuring the amazing Stephanie Gale from our upcoming album, Masters of the Artistry. Definitely look forward to that, man. It's a record I'm very proud of, man. Very proud of this album. I'm always proud of what we do. I wouldn't put it out if I wasn't, but yeah, it's a special record for sure. I think what I might do today, man, I might show y'all the track listing. I know I've played like previews of a lot of the stuff already. But yeah, maybe today I'll share the track listing, or maybe we save that for next week. We'll see. See how we feeling. You know what I mean? Fortunately, I still have my adultish USB device to listen to Stan Loves Japan tracks. Yes, and now I got another one to add to that folder. You know, yeah, man. That's funny. I've recorded at least 2 more tracks with Japanese producers over the last 2 to 3 months. Maybe one of them I'll play today. Also streaming right now is the song Love Again with me and Lizzie Blue. You know what I mean? Shout out to my sister from another mister, Lizzie Blue, who's super dope. I think I'm going to play, I could play both tracks right now. There's More, and I could play, Love Again. If y'all want to do that, y'all let me know if y'all want me to put it in rotation right now. You know what I mean? And a quick reminder, we're only 2 contributions. We're 2 donations away today from hearing some new music and stuff. Literally one of them I just recorded this week. Love this verse. It's with the homie Joe D for his upcoming project. And I also recorded something else not too long ago. Yeah, man, whole lot of good music on its way. But in the meantime, in between time, let's hear Love Again real quick. Let me cue that up. Un momento, por favor. Hold on. Bang, bang, bang. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. All right. So this is a track that's already out. Oh, man, Josh, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, bro. Shout out to those of you who've already contributed, but a lot of times we be slow to get to the goal, and y'all come through like 2-3 times sometimes, and it's like, I wish you didn't feel like you needed to do that, but I'm grateful that you do. You know what I mean? Thank you. You know? Let's hear the songs, brother. Say less. All right, here we go. So here is Love Again by Lizzie Blue, and then I'll circle back and we'll listen to There's More. All right. Again, this is now streaming on all platforms. Shout out to Lizzie Blue on the beat and also on the vocals on the chorus.
Yeah. Tell me where it went and where it stays. I ain't seen it in a couple days. I just need a little hit and then I'm straight. Hold up, wait. Tell me where it went and where it goes. When I come to visit, it ain't home. Need my heart back, it was out on loan. I'm so blown, yeah. When did all this hate become the standard? If you show love at all, they say you pander. Come again, let's love again, that's staying work. You can quote me and put it on a banner. And the damn shirt ain't cap, but the last part ain't slang, man, there will be none of that. Walking like I, talking like we, love it like it's fact. Need it like the key to life, or she to write me back. Blue and left on red, feel it like you were left for dead. Don't communicate, manipulate, humiliate instead. Same person you bled for, now the one you dread. So can't call it with mixed signals, turn it to a dead zone. Pack it up and head home, ain't no love to be found there. Sinking feeling inside your chest, scared to death you'll drown there. All alone in that armchair, miss sharing that love seat. Message coming in loud and clear, dropping after that downbeat. Beat. Tell me where it went again. Yeah. Maybe we can begin again. Yeah. Baby, I'm just trying to live again. I don't need to be in love, just need it around me. Looking back in the mirror, so glad that it found me. Self-love is the best love, I say it loud and proudly. Sure it hurt when they left first, way worse when I down me. Like I ain't worthy of joy, I ain't fit to be honored. I ain't worthy of all the things that I was gifted by mama. Ain't got time for that lie, ain't got time for that drama. Build myself up stronger and stop hiding behind my armor. Got out of my way and found my lane that I'm older. Harder every day, crazy, the world full of it colder. On the road to closure, discovering an open mind. Dancing on that tightrope instead of walking that line. Trying to find that balance and challenge myself to grow. Take my light off dim and then challenge myself to glow. As I manage the damage and battle my inner foes. Some baggage come with this package, at least I salvage my soul. Tell me where it went again. Yeah. Maybe we can begin again. Yeah. Baby, I'm just trying to live again. Yeah. Tell me where it went and where it stays. I ain't seen it in a couple days. I just need a little hit and then I'm straight. Hold up, wait. Tell me where it went and where it goes. When I come to visit, it ain't home. Need my heart back, it was out on loan. I'm so blown.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lizzie Blue on the beat and the vocals on the chorus. Yeah, man. Lizzie really did her thing on that one. The moment most of y'all remember, or some of y'all remember, like we played this and several other beats of hers on the show. Y'all voted, picked this beat, and then I wrote the song. And yeah, so this is our collaboration, right? Like y'all helped make this happen. And Lizzie super dope. And yeah, man, grateful for the folks I got around me. Grateful for y'all too, because without y'all it wouldn't happen. The flow is nostalgic, reminds me of a track from Another Day in the Life. Word. That's what's up, man. That was dope. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right. And let's go back. I know last week we played There's More as well, but we'll also play that again for those of you who haven't heard it yet. I think a lot of y'all have, just based on what the streaming numbers have been. But just in case you haven't heard it yet, let's run that back real quick too. And just so y'all know, we're one contribution a day away from hitting our goal of 5 chat donations. If you're a person that prefers to do it on a different platform like Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, etc., that's fine as well. Also, Zelle, I need to update this and add Zelle because we do have Zelle. I just never put it up here. But yeah, if you contribute another way, you just let me know. I can see that. And also donating, membership to the channel counts as well. So, no pressure. Just letting y'all know all the options out there. In the meantime, in between time, let me go ahead and play this other song. Let's see. And remember, the goal for today is I got at least 2 unreleased collabos that I could play. I got actually a lot more than that, but 2 in particular that were recorded within the last 3 months. One was recorded this week. It's probably the hardest song I've done in a minute, which I like a lot. I know I put out a lot of chill stuff, and I'm a pretty chill dude, so it definitely fits my overall vibe. But I love making bangers, man. And this new joint that me and Joe D did is exactly that. So let's hear that. And again, if you hear sirens in the background, I feel like that time I heard it come through the mic, but that's because my window's open. Say word. Ooh, just got some good news via email. We're going to clap it up for that. Sis, I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so we hit our goal, y'all. So as quick as I finish this, we're going to get into some more tunes. So let's hear There's More, and then we'll go from there. All right. Sounds like I need to check the news, see what's happening. You know what I mean? What's crazy is, not so fun fact is one time when I was doing a live with my boys, for their podcast, for our podcast, we got together, that we haven't done in a while, called, Aight So Boom, where we talk about we talk about different films, TV shows, nerd culture stuff, all of that. But yeah, during one of the lives I was doing in here via Instagram live, literally the fire alarm in my building went off. So we had to exit the building. So I had to cut that in the middle of the joint. And then I hopped back on the live in my car, and all you see is like flashing lights. Like it looked crazy. But yeah, life be doing the most sometimes, man. All right, so let's hit this record. This is There's More, produced by Marcus D. All right. Is this joint not? Hold up. I got it. All right.
There's more good to do, more mountains to climb, more points to prove, more dreams to fuel your drive. There's more in the tank, more love to give. There's more than you think and more life to live. There's more good to do, more mountains to climb, more points to prove, more dreams to fuel your drive. There's more in the tank, more love to give. There's more than you think and more life to live. There's more. There's more. I cherish what I got. Petty things I long for was short-lived. Minding what is in minds like designing a fortress. Made a saying, what's the point of pursuing what ain't for staying? It's like trying to fortify a lie that wasn't made to stand. I could get it if I want it. Keeping it is the trick. Too decent to be a glutton. Feasting until I'm sick. I don't need those repercussions, so I don't release my grip. I just keep it 100 while keeping my flame lit. That fire and desire push me further and higher. Motivated to be greater than I was a day prior. I ain't blocking my blessing by feeding into desires. I just opt to be present and treasure what I've acquired, like love, gratitude, like hope and compassion, a home and a passion, loads of distractions. Fighting for my interests, but I sidestep. I'm on this mission of living my best life. There's more good to do, more mountains to climb, more points to prove, more dreams to fuel your drive. There's more in the tank, more love to give. There's more than you think and more life to live. There's more good to do, more mountains to climb, more points to prove, more dreams to fuel your drive. There's more in the tank, more love to give. There's more than you think and more life to live. There's more. I did things that no one could have predicted, that required a different kind of commitment. Been some places I ain't know existed, and every opportunity was kismet. Yeah, I might have helped some people who ain't lived yet. Helped a few friends get some big checks. Helped some folks discover their talent and what their gifts meant. And every opportunity was kismet. Listen, appreciating every moment and give thanks that I've been surrounded by love that help endure hate. Always lifting me up, that help me reach goals. People still turning me up, that let me reach souls. So I don't focus on comparisons or nothing negative. Eternal growth is imperative, success is relative. All I know is that I better live a life that benefits more than me and the people that I met up with. I went through hell just to live a life that's heaven sent. A kingdom many that people saw was a derelict. It's evident I fought through it all and had to sidestep the pitfall so I could live my best life. There's more good to do, more mountains to climb, more points to prove, more dreams to fuel your drive. There's more in the tank, more love to give. There's more than you think and more life to live. There's more good to do, more mountains to climb, more points to prove, more dreams to fuel your drive. There's more in the tank, more love to give. There's more than you think and more life to live. There's more, 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 more. There's more, 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 more.
Yeah, man. Once again, that's There's More from Bop Alloy, me and Marcus D, featuring Stephanie Gale from the upcoming album, Masters of the Artistry. To answer this question real quick, can we hear you play piano for a hot second later? Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, I am trash. You know what I mean? That piano in the back is actually not mine. That's my daughter's keyboard there when she was taking lessons. But of course, like because I make beats and stuff as well, sometimes I use that one or the smaller one that I got right here, this little MIDI board with the pads and everything else. You know, to do my production, but I am not classically trained. So like, I think I went live one time on YouTube a very long time ago and made a beat from scratch. Man, it's not sexy. Like, it's not a sexy process. Just full disclosure, man, because like I'm not classically trained, so I'm playing by ear. So it's a lot of kind of fumbling through until I find it. And yeah, so that won't be happening. I might spit a verse for y'all live though. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that, you know, maybe we throw that in the mix. But you know, I know what my what I'm great at and what I'm not great at. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm glad y'all enjoyed those joints. Let's cue up some unreleased joints real quick, and then after we play this other music, we'll jump into some show updates. But before I do that, because while we got a decent amount of people watching, I want to make sure I put this up on the screen so folks know. This weekend you can catch me at the Crate Convention. If you're a person who lives in the DMV, the DC area, you can come through, do some record shopping, get some great food. There's a ton of different vendors that are going to be there. Like, if you're a skateboarder and you're looking for some really dope skate decks, you know, all of that will be there. It's going to be live painting, all of that good stuff. Let me take this comment down real quick. Shout out to Leonardo. Good to see you, fam. But yeah, man, come through the Crate Convention. 100 years of Black History Month at Busboys and Poets in Southeast DC. There's going to be the Crate Adventure, Black Market Vinyl. I approach two presents, I think is how you say it. All of these vendors, a lot of them sell vinyl records. You can find a lot of like gently used vinyl, some really good stuff there. I almost always do a little bit of shopping when I'm there. Then we got guest vendors, including Cookieware, Cuts, Books, and Sips, Candy Crush Skates. That was the decks I was talking about before. Vinyl Meltdown, the homie Doomy Wright is going to be there. Substantial Art and Music, that's me. So yo, you can come through, get some t-shirts, stickers, CDs. What else we got on sale right now? We got a few USBs left and a few other little things, but mostly shirts and CDs is what we got this weekend. And then there's going to be music by DJ New, DJ Candy Crush, Nonchalant. Shout out to the legend Nonchalant. Shout out to all of these amazing artists, but shout out to my big sister from another Mr. Nonchalant, Eclectic Chip, Vinyl Meltdown, Oat Milk Princess as well. Food by Busboys and Poets, live art by Mia Duval, who's an amazing artist, and happy birthday shout outs to Jay Dilla, Kev Brown, if you know, you know, and Nujabes, man. So yo, it's gonna be an amazing event. It's always an amazing time. I did it a few months ago, and looking forward to doing it again. See, it says, man, spit some stuff. Then we want to hear some bars. I got you. So let's cue up this next joint. Hold on, let me make sure I got it here. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, man. This email I just got in the background, like y'all probably saw me react in real time. I've been waiting on it for a couple weeks, and it's about my vinyl manufacturing and distribution going forward. So it's a big deal. I've been waiting for this to come through for some time, but it means that a lot of past releases that like in terms of my solo stuff that's been out of print for a minute, that could be changing very soon, including the repressing of my first album. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. Hold on. Hey, Substantial, I really want to come to your show in Paris. Hope I can make it. I hope to see you there as well, you know? Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. For those of you who live in Europe and want to see me perform, we're gonna be sharing all of those show dates in a second. But yeah, definitely don't miss this, because the last time I was in Europe performing was 2017. So 9 years. It's been 9 years since the last time I toured Europe. So again, I'm not a person who comes through these areas like in terms of like for work or to perform all the time. I've been to Europe, like, you know, I was literally just in Europe in August, but I was there on vacation. So I wasn't there to be rapping and performing. I was there to see my homie get married, take my family to Italy, you know, all of that type of stuff. But and even while I'm out there this time, there's going to be several show dates, and then we're going to take like several days off and kick it in Rome for a few days before we get back on the road. But yeah, yo, so like if you miss it, just know that it might not happen again for a while. You know what I'm saying? God willing, I'll make it back, but just know that I don't come that often, and I know people got life stuff they got to worry about and priorities, so all good. Yeah, nah. I feel you. I understand. We're looking into some things about with vendors in Europe that could potentially carry the record to make it cheaper. So we'll keep you posted on that stuff too. And we're sorry, man, but like, yeah, it's so expensive for us to ship stuff out, and then they like even after charging us more, they still hit y'all with like the VAT fees and all of this other stuff, or we gotta eat it. Yo, it's ridiculous nowadays, man. But you know, it is what it is. All right. Make sure this song downloaded. Yep, there it is. Okay. Got it. Did it do it? Yes, that is. I think that's it. Okay. All right. So this particular song is with another Japanese producer. His name is Cloud. And yeah. Hold on. Is that the right version? No, that's not the right version. I think that's it. Okay. Sorry about this, y'all. Just trying to make sure the stuff come through. Make sure I got the, nope, that's verse 1. Man, trying to make sure it plays right, but it is doing the most right now. Oh, okay, it did it that time. Yes, all right, bet. Let's get that up there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the first of 2 unreleased joints that I'm gonna play, and we'll get that going. We understand how it's so expensive. Don't be sorry. It's all in a day's work. I respect the music, dedication, and more. I'll be sure to get some CDs, brother. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. So the shows in Europe will be solely Bop Alloy. The whole show, I mean. Yeah, most of these shows, like, there are no openers, right? Like, with the exception of the one we're doing in Rennes, France, there's several acts. Like, we're technically the openers when we perform at that festival. I think we're like the second act to go on that evening. So for those of you who are coming to see us in Rennes, France, make sure you get there on time, because if you come later in the show, you're going to miss our set. Hold on one second. Stop the presses. My wife is in the building. Clap it up. You know what I mean? For Mrs. Robinson. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, man. Let's cue up this joint. So this is an unreleased song called Silent Wonder. Silent Wonder. It's another Japanese producer who goes by the name of Cloud. Not very popular. They're on the come up and stuff, but that's never stopped me from working with people if they sent dope music through. So check this record out. It's different kind of, the vibe of a lot of the Japanese producers I've worked with. So it's in that vein, but enjoy. Here we go. Hold on. Is it? There we go. All right.
Peace, world.
And this is super rough mix. Super rough mix.
Cloud. About to do it right now.
Exclusive.
Let's go. Yeah, I reminisce on when it went silent. Amid all our pitfalls, the one to go quiet. Praying our imagination hasn't died yet, and somewhere within there's a soul that's defiant. I wonder if this wondering you still, all that made you such a wonderful you for real. I wonder if this wondering you still, all that made you such a wonderful you for real. When did it lose all its awe? Hard to trace back to when you knew how to draw your own conclusions and when you knew there was more. So when the counterculture refused to be raw, or when you start believing in magic, bro. The death of innocence is tragic, though. Ignorance is bliss, feel dramatic, but joy is more present in the younger demographic, yo. Were there less roadblocks, so we didn't see them? Too many blind spots, or we were busy dreaming. Hope for miracles, now it's a miracle you're breathing. When did the angel on your shoulder turn into a demon? What the hell? Overstimulated to the point we're underwhelmed. Only mystery is that we know everything but ourselves. We used to dream of finding everything up on the shelves, now it's all up for sale, no wonder. I reminisce on when it went silent. Amid all our pitfalls, did one to go quiet. Praying our imagination hasn't died yet, and somewhere within there's a soul that's defiant. I wonder if this wondering you still, all that made you such a wonderful you for real. I wonder if this wondering you still, all that made you such a wonderful you for real. Hard to think outside of the box, the world has put you in, or travel outside of the block or neighborhood you're in. Sitting on your hands with no plans, it's so indifferent. Used to detonate on demand, but lost your filament. I really meant spark is dark, gotta light it up. Thoughts heavy on our hearts. Should we lighten up to memories fading? There's no one to enlighten us, and we don't see the beauty in pain. Growth frightens us, frighten us out of our own stories to quiet us. Stole the soul, or is it soul, but so provide us. No wonder to be found outside. Go inside of us, back to where it started, cathartic, we gotta let it go. Beauty in the eyes of beholders, but yo, we left them closed. Doc told me, draw what I see, not what I think. More caught than talk, my walk speaks to let them know. Gotta keep your third eye tuned and don't blink, yeah. I reminisce on when it went silent. Amid all our pitfalls, did one to go quiet. Praying our imagination hasn't died yet, and somewhere within there's a soul that's defiant. I wonder if this wondering you still, all that made you such a wonderful you for real. I wonder if this wondering you still, all that made you such a wonderful you for real.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cloud. Again, this song is called Silent Wonder. It's going to be a while before it comes out. But yeah, man. And just a heads up, yo, new music dropping next week. So another song like February, your boy's been on one. Like there's new music coming next week, so stay tuned for that. For sure. Let's answer this question real quick, and then I will play the last song of the day, and then get back to promoting these shows. Any shows in Germany planned? So I've explained this on the show a few times. We wanted to come to Germany and do something. We were actually in talks with a promoter in Germany. But to be frank, like, you know, we got a certain rate that we were expecting to get, or that we like, there's a minimum that we get, like, for doing our shows, and we don't go under that minimum. And so, like, when we talked to them, the minimum rate that we were asking for is literally what the cap rate that they paid one of the largest artists in the country when they came through their show. And so they were like, yo, and I know people who know them, but I didn't know y'all until this other artist told me that y'all were touring and said that we should talk. So I can't agree to pay that rate. And I was like, hey man, well, it's all good. Nice talking to you. Wish you the best. You know what I mean? And we kept it moving. So yeah, so unfortunately we won't be coming to Germany. We tried. To be frank, like, I know we got fans there, but it's not a country where, like, we're super popular. So that makes touring very difficult a lot of times. The reason why our Europe tour is literally only 4 shows is because, you know, these are the people who, like, who've been engaged with us, seemed interested, and definitely felt they could do a good show in their region. Where other times, man, like, you know, we reached out to maybe 3 times the number of shows we're doing. We reached out to that many promoters, and in some cases people sent us links to different people we should talk to, but like, I could tell based on the type of events that they put on that it really wasn't necessarily the audience we're looking for, or the audience that's familiar with our stuff. And so when you've been doing this as long as I have, you understand how these conversations go. And at one point in time, before we got the show booked in Paris, like, literally, you know, I hit up one venue and was just like, yo, how much to buy the venue out for the night? Because it's like, I know we got a big fan base there. So in some instances, if I'm talking to a promoter who really just doesn't know us, I'm not going to waste my breath trying to convince them to do something that they feel like is a financial risk, and they're scared they're going to lose money. Because sometimes that affects how well they promote the event. Like, for some people, they'll hustle harder, and for other people, they'll kind of sit back while we do our thing, because they don't know who our audience is, even though they agreed to do the show. That's happened very few times, but enough times where it's just like, yeah, not doing that no more. So yeah, initially before A66, shout out to Emily and her team, until they reached out to do both the Portugal show and the Paris show, we were in talks, not in talks, but we had reached out to a venue directly in Paris just to buy it out and then do the promo ourselves. But thankfully, we didn't have to go that route, and things worked out. And then shout out to Monochromo as well, bringing us to Madrid, Spain for the first time, and the Doing It Festival for bringing us out. Again, this will be my 3rd time working with the folks at Doing It, 2nd time doing the festival, and 2nd time doing the festival is Bob Alloy as well. Super, super excited for that. But yeah. I heard you try performing in Denmark. Any stories? So yeah, we've performed in Denmark. I've performed in Denmark at least 3 different times. The last time I went out there, like, the shows weren't bad. It just, you know, they weren't like really, really like packed out and stuff like that. And oftentimes, like, they had to put multiple other acts on the bill just so a crowd would come out, because we don't have a huge fan base there. So unfortunately, this time around we won't be coming, but you know, you'll see. We'll see if anything changes. You know, one more is a lot more chill, though, in my opinion. Oh, you talking about There's More? Yeah, that's what's up. Let's see. Wanted to ask, how is it for artists to travel to places they perform? Any bad experiences you've had at hotels or so on? Yeah, of course. There's been times where like one of the places they put us up in when we performed in Strasbourg, I think it is, in France. When we showed up to the place they had us sleeping in, like, yeah, like that place, it looked like the equivalent of what trap houses here in the United States look like. And thankfully we didn't have to pay, but this is a venue that they have artists crash at. And yeah, man, like it was so, what it looked like inside of the, like, yo, when we went to go take the tub, it basically looked like they never cleaned the tub. Like I literally took a shower on with socks on. You know what I'm saying? Because I was scared to let my feet touch it. Like it was bad. So we've had situations like that. There's been times where like sometimes you didn't book a hotel or whatever, and you just did the show and then left immediately after to drive to the next town. Those are like, I haven't done that a ton of times, but I've done that at least twice in my career, and I definitely don't recommend that. That was a terrible decision. But you know, we were trying to save money because, again, sometimes you take shows because they're along the route or they're close to the places you're in, and so you figure every night you're performing and getting paid is a night you're not losing money. But sometimes you agree to do shows for less money or for not great deals. So at this point in time in my career, I only do guarantees, right? Which means that there's a set amount that I gotta be paid in order for me to do it. Because in those situations, a lot of times the promoter will work harder to make sure that people attends, so they don't lose money, right? And the same thing on our end, like I know I'm gonna get the money, but because I know I'm gonna get the money, I'm making sure that like my fans know, because if it goes well and I tour to that place again, that promoter knows that they're not gonna lose money working with me. So I know for some artists, like, because they got the guarantee, they'll do the bare minimum, you know what I mean? Unless it's required of them based on the contract they have. But for me, it's a motivator to make sure the business goes well, so that way I can keep working with the person I worked with. Because it just makes it so when I'm trying to come back out there, it's not a complicated process. But there have been times, man, where we took not so great deals. Like we took door splits in cities that we didn't have a big following in, because the promoters refused to give us a guarantee because they didn't know if people would show up. And like, so imagine doing a sold out show or a show that's close to being sold out one night and then having to drive like 6 to 7 hours to the next gig and only 3 people showing up. And on top of that, it's a door split. So yeah, like that. Yeah. Like 3 people showed up and it was like $10 to get in. So that meant that we had to split $30 between me, my DJ, and the promoter, right? The promoter felt so bad, they just gave us the full amount. Like, it's like, yo, man, y'all just take that $30. That's enough for like maybe both of our meals if we go to somewhere super inexpensive with shit food, you know? Or like if we go somewhere else, you know, yeah, or like go to a grocery store, buy a couple things, and then sit in the car eating it. You know what I mean? Like, fam, that was a terrible look. That was a terrible look. But yeah, man, it's been real. So anyway, let's hear this next song, and then we'll get to promoting these shows. So this particular track, this is something I just did with the homie Joe D. It is not done. It's super rough. Yeah, it's dope though. This is not the vibe of everything else I played, just so y'all know. Yeah. So I remember one Berkeley Bob Alloy show that fell on a holiday, and me and a group of like 4 people got a private show pretty much. You guys still killed it. Yo, super real. Like, it happens. Like, we're booking the tour months in advance, so we're not thinking about, oh, that's Easter weekend. And then you show up and realize, yo, you just booked the show on Easter Sunday. And like, and nobody's there because they're with their families, right? And so, you know, just things you don't think about sometimes, man, when you're scrambling trying to get these things together. So yeah, it happens. It happens quite frequently to a lot of artists. I did a show in Canada one year, Petersburg. I think I was on tour with Cunning Linguists, and like literally the show was on their Thanksgiving, and we didn't know that because we're not from Canada. So we do this show, and it was like the smallest show we did on the tour. We still rocked out, but like the fact that anybody showed up was a blessing, but definitely was the smallest show on the tour, smallest crowd on the tour. All right, so let's hear this new song. This song is called Time Has Come, and it's produced by Joe D. Joe D raps first, It's not done, so there's no chorus. It's just our verses. So y'all getting the super exclusive right now. These are the benefits of when y'all contribute. And I want to play like unreleased stuff. You know what I mean? This is how we get it. All right. So thank y'all to everyone who contributed. Shout out to Joshua McGee, Dispirited Black Man, Uncrowned Otaku, and Happy Mochi for contributing today. And shout out to all the channel members as well. Let's hit a song. All right. Again, this is Super Rough Mix. Production wise, it's different. The bars are a bit harder. You know what I mean? Love working with Joe though. Joe D is one of my favorite rappers from my area.
Wait another 7, don't waste another second. Make sure the bread 11. 5 loaves for the hoes and the heifers. We reaping what we sow and the beef is expected. However, you stressing me is not a stressor. Your jealousy is not a helper. Please get your shit together. 2 fish for the beggars and the foolish. 2 cares, but don't nobody else give 2 shits. You either do it or sleep with your excuses. The words sound good, but the action's not conducive. They drive up your confusion. You consuming or producing TikToks and YouTubers. This ain't about music. Anxiety over the future. Depression about the past right now is the only time you.
Man, Joe's pen is immaculate, man. Love that dude. So here's my verse. I literally wrote this verse on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So it's fresh off the presses.
Yeah, listen. Life and more to use, but time wait for no one. We clapping on the tools and the falls to the show done. Bag full of tools now, open no shotgun. You'll recognize the jewel cause it take one to know one. I'm on one like Broadway at 7. Intestines full of butterflies, test got you stressing. Push with my coalition till we reap the blessings. Just like the Reverend pray he resting in heaven, manifesting the weapon out of words. We march when the signal up. What this isn't given is giving up. Fighting to the end like Lee Farm fan for they lit them up. Fist of fury, bing, bop, bam, we gon' hit them up. Shook them to they Tupac Shakur. Me against the world, see who wants it more. Only ops, opportunity, I kick in the door. Like Chris did before on track number 4. Stupid.
Yeah. I love writing that verse, man. So yeah, man, that's it right there. Again, that joint's called Time Has Come. That's from the homie Joe D. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad y'all was feeling that. Hey, we gonna walk back through that verse real quick because, yeah, just because. Hey, man, thank you, family. I appreciate it. Thanks for blessing us with new music. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around to hear it. Let's talk about this verse though, because yeah, it was fun writing it. And say I heard battle rap stand in that one. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm gonna pry this mic out of my cold dead hand. Listen, so here's the verse, right? So it says, life and more than use, but time waits for no one. We clapping on the 2s and the 4s till the show done, right? And then it's like, bag full of tools now open, no shogun, right? Don't recognize the jewel, cause it take one to know one. I'm on one, like Broadway is 7th, right? You know, the song One Train, right? When he's talking about the one train, the one train runs between Broadway and 7th. So I'm on one, like Broadway and 7th. Intestines full of butterflies. The test got you stressing. Push with my coalition till we reap the blessings. I say just, I didn't say just. I said just like the Reverend. That was a Reverend Jesse James. I mean, can't talk. A Reverend Jesse Jackson shout out. So it says, I push, that was the organization he started, push with my coalition till we reach the blessing, just like the Reverend pray he rested in heaven, manifested a weapon out of words, and we march when the signal up. And what this isn't given is given up. And then it says, fighting to the end like Lee Fun Fam, for they lit them up. Fist of fury, bing, bop, bam, we gonna hit them up. Hey, yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I was in this joint like, hey man, your boy Your boy still got it. He still got it. Like, so Lee Fung fan, that is Bruce Lee's real name, right? And so that's why I say, why it says, fight until the end, like Lee Fung fan, for they lit him up, right? And then I mentioned Fist of Fury, bing, bop, bam, we gonna hit him up. So Fist of Fury is the movie where they kill Bruce Lee in the very end of it, right? But it's also important to point out that, like, if you're a person who just knows what they called it here in the United States, here they called it Chinese Connection, but the original title of that movie is Fist of Fury. So fighting to the end like Lee Fung fan before they lit them up, Fist of Fury, bing, bop, bam, we gonna hit them up, right? Hit them up. Then it goes to the shook them like hit them up, shook them to their Tupac Shakur, right? So I shook them to the core, but because I say hit them up, I was like shook them to their Tupac Shakur, right? And then it says Me Against the World, Me Against the World. That's a Tupac album. It's also my personal favorite Tupac album. Shook them to their Tupac Shakur, Me Against the World, see who wants it more. Then it says only ops, opportunity. I kick in the door like Chris did before. Since I was talking about Pac, now I go to Biggie, right? Kick in the Door was a song by Notorious B.I.G. produced by DJ Premier, and it's called Kick in the Door. And so the only op is opportunity, right? So I'm not worried about competition. I'm worried about opportunities, and when I see an opportunity, I kick in the door, right? Like Chris did before, Christopher Wallace, Biggie. Like Chris did before on track number 4, Stupid. That song Kick in the Door was track 4 on the album Life After Death, and the last line in Biggie's verse is stupid, right? The last word he says is stupid. So yeah, man, that verse, you know, run through the whole joint again. Life is more than used, but time waits for no one. We clapping on the 2s and the 4s till the show done. Bag full of tools now open, no Shogun. Them recognize the jewels cause it take one to know one. I'm on one like Broadway and 7th, intestine full of butterflies. Test got you stressing. Push with my coalition till we reach till we reap the blessings. Just like the Reverend pray he resting in heaven, manifested a weapon out of words. We march when the signal up. What this isn't given is giving up. Fighting to the end like Lee Funk fan before they lit him up. Fist of Fury, bing, bop, bam, we gon' hit him up. Shook him to they Tupac Shakur. Me Against the World, see who wants it more. Only ops, opportunity. I kick in the door like Chris did before on track number 4. Stupid. Yeah, there it is. You know what I mean? Be rapping. All right? Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you, family. I said you might that might be one of your best verses in my opinion. Wow, thank you. I will receive that. Thank you, sir. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. I love writing, man. Writing's still fun. Hit 'em Up is also Tupac's diss song against Biggie, right? You know what I mean? See what you did there? You know, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Soul Tiger, thank you as well. Yeah, but yeah. You know, we're going to transition away from the songs for a bit and get back to promoting these events. But, yeah, I appreciate y'all for listening. You know what I'm saying? As I mentioned this weekend, go back real quick. As I mentioned this weekend, I'll be at the Crate Convention. That's happening February 22nd. That's happening from 12 to 5 at Bus Boys and Poets. I hope to see you there. Not performing, just selling merch and stuff like that. Think of it like a pop-up. So, you know, Substantial Art and Music will be in the building. You can pick up some merch in person if you're in the DMV. All right. Then after that, March 6th through the 8th, you can catch me at BlurredCon doing sketch pads with Substantial Art and Music. We are doing that on March 7th from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. in the Jefferson Room in the Hyatt. Okay. Hope to see you there. Sketchpads is a live art and music lounge where we'll have a producer playing music live. That will be AJ Rios. It'll be hosted by Javier Starks. And then we will have also we have a visual artist drawing live usually. So we'll keep you posted and give you more details as we get a bit closer. All right. Still waiting on the flyer for this. I thought I would have it by now. I need to reach out to get it. But yeah, man, we're doing this event, Black and Gaming After Party. Shout out to Happy Mochi for making this happen. It's going to be at Public Works in San Francisco. So catch me in San Fran. And this is happening on Tuesday, March 10th from 8 p.m. to 1 a.m. So you can catch me performing roughly around like 10:30 p.m. Flyer and additional information coming soon. All right. Keep it pushing. Man, it is time. We are officially a month away from the Bop Alloy Masters of the Artistry Euro Tour. Super excited to be on the road with my brother Marcus D. Yeah, man, March 21st, you can catch us in Lisbon at the Village Underground. And then March 22nd, catch us in Madrid at Sala Villanos. I feel, what's it? Am I saying it right? Villanos? Something like that, I think is how you pronounce it. Eric, help me out. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I'm saying it right. March 27th, catch me in Rennes, France. At City Hall is how you say that in English, Salle de la Cité. And then March 29th, you catch me in Paris, France at La Bellevoie, I think is how you say that. But yeah, man, lots of shows, and these are all the different flyers for the tour. We're super excited. May 21st through the 24th, catch me at MomoCon. Next week, I will have an update for y'all on the Think Different tribute. It is going to still happen on April 17th. We've just confirmed that the date is available at a new venue, and I'm happy to announce that we're going to be moving it to DC. But I can't give you more details until I pay the deposit. So once the deposit's paid and we're locked in, I will let y'all know, and we'll be back on and popping. All right. He says it would be like Villanos. Is that bet? Oh, okay. All right, man. Listen, you know what I mean? Steph called me out the first time I butchered it. You know what I mean? So I've been trying to practice it so I don't be out there sounding crazy on the radio as I'm promoting the shows. But yeah, man. So those are all the events coming up. I think before I go today, another reminder, make sure you follow us. And by us, I mean Substantial Art and Music on Bandcamp if you're not already. So you can not only get my music, but you can get notifications and updates about new stuff from Bop Alloy, Millen, and Javier Starks. We got a lot of music dropping this year. Bop Alloy is about to drop in March and April. And then in May, we got music coming from Javier Starks. Millen has singles that I think he has a single dropping next week. And he has a full project, or bare minimum, an EP dropping in July. So we got a lot of stuff coming from the camp, man. Shout out to all the homies. Yeah, it's a good year for music. You know what I mean? There's a lot of drama happening in the world, but at least it's a good year for music. You know what I mean? So stay tuned. We'll hit you with more. So speaking of music, before I go, I wanted to do a little reaction to probably my favorite album of the moment, from one of my favorite artists, period. So let me make sure I got my info right on this side of things. Now let's do it different, because that is gonna make life a bit challenging. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on. Hold on, my youth. Hold on. This thing is not cooperating. I'm just trying to find. Yes. Think I got it? Okay. All right, bet. Yes. Can I see it all? Damn it. This joint is trying to not cooperate. All right, I got it. All right, anyway. So yeah, man. We're like, if you know who I am and you know who I'm a fan of, you know that Jill Scott may be one of my favorite artists ever. She's just super dope, man. Hold on one second. Chi-Town Warrior says, not gonna lie, bro, with everything happening right now in the world and personally these days, I sometimes feel like your music helps me, helps keep me sane. Now I feel you, man. I feel the same way about making it. You know what I mean? And you know, this is a great time to transition to talking about Jill's album. Like, I actually wrote her a message. She didn't reply back. I didn't expect her to. She literally has millions of followers and stuff on social media. So I'm under no illusions when I write like artists I admire who are significantly more popular than I am. Like, you know, whether or not I'm a hear back or not. I also recognize too that because I'm an artist and not just a fan, right? Because I am a fan first and foremost, but I'm also an artist. So sometimes I think people question. I know I'm guilty of this. There are moments where fans who also are professionals in my industry reach out and like, you know it's love. You know there's some love there, but you can't help but feel like they're also trying to get at you for an opportunity or something like that. So a lot of times when I reach out, I don't expect nothing back just because I think sometimes it's okay to assume that they're probably thinking that I'm gonna want something from them when I really just want to let them know that, hey man, I really think this is amazing. So the reason why I wrote her is because, at the time I heard this album, it was the day after getting some really bad news and seeing a family member in the hospital in really bad shape, and still in really bad shape. And like this album was amongst, like, look, man, I'll be real. Like, we love our families. All of us do. Some more than others, obviously. But sometimes, man, like, as much as you love them, and when I'm talking about like immediate family, right? Like, as much as you may love your partner, your children and all of that, it doesn't make you, and as great as they are, it doesn't make you immune from feeling sad, right? And so sometimes no matter how much they do for you and how beautiful they are and all the nice things they say, it doesn't erase that feeling, right, of like you being really, really down. And because, and part of that is because, the thing that's happening to you is kind of happening to them too, even though you may be in closer proximity, right? But then also what's working against you is that your fear of losing them becomes super heightened when something happens to another family member, and it's something that could potentially happen to your family that's closest to you. So sometimes, like, no matter how much you love them and how great they are or whatever, like, they can't erase all the sadness in your life. But every now and then we have moments where something comes into play, where it's not something you have any control over. It's not it's not going to pay your bills. It's not going to do a lot of things. But sometimes it feels like a void feels like the wrong word in this particular moment, but it provides a bit of joy, right? Like outside of the other joy you get. And it provides some escape. So this album by Jill Scott called To Whom This May Concern is her first album in like 11 years. And if you don't know that I'm a huge Jill Scott fan, it's because you're probably not listening. But I'm a huge Jill Scott fan. And I did a mixtape years ago called Jack and Jill, where I flipped a lot of her music and made it sound like we did collabs and things like that. And it was a fun project to do. I got the idea, I think, like before I went into the hospital, when I had a precancerous growth and could have ended up with colon cancer if it would have gone undetected. And so while I was laid up there, I was thinking about all these different projects I had ideas to do, and I had started but never finished. And so while I was there, I was literally working on my laptop, producing some of the tracks. And then when I got out the hospital, I was going in, knocking out as much music as I could. And so anyway, this album though, I'm not gonna lie, man, it's probably one of my favorite albums from Jill Scott since her second album, right? So I posted this in Discord yesterday, telling people to check it out and pointing out some of my favorite tracks. But the album, she has Maha Adachi Earth, who's a poet, who does the intro. She has Trombone Shorty, legendary musician out of New Orleans. And then she has Tierra Whack on there. DJ Premier produced the track with Tierra Whack on it. She got Too Short on there, which didn't see that. That was definitely not on my bingo card, but it is fire. She got Ab Soul on the album. Another crazy track. She got Jid on the album. Jid's one of my favorite newer artists. even though he's been around for a minute. New as in like he's younger than me. But yo, like my favorite tracks off of this album, Ashe is dope. Sincerely Do, the outro. Like I love the whole album, but the latter half of the album is definitely my favorite. Off the back is dope. Beautiful People's dope. North Side with Tierra Whack has Jill Scott rapping on it, which if she wanted to do a lot more rapping, she has a great voice for it. Her voice sounds really dope. Tierra Whack destroys it though. The Math, the song on there called The Math, might be my favorite Jill Scott song in a long time. Like every time that song comes on, if I'm in the car by myself, I play it like 4 times. You know what I'm saying? But The Math is dope. And it's just talking about how like sometimes the things in your life don't add up, right? Like like how like the things you desire most are sometimes the hardest things to hold on to. And yo, it's a great record. That song in particular is like the one for me. And then probably a close second to that song in terms of my favorite is a song called To Be Honest by Jid. And it's dope how that song came to be because she was talking about how her son is such a big fan of Jid. And so he introduced his music, or I don't know if he introduced the music to her, like she may have heard of him, but basically she was saying in an interview how her son was like, yo, you should do a song with Jid. And she was like, baby, I don't know Jid. I don't know him. And then he was like, yo, you should just DM him. And like she DMs him, sends him the song. This dude sends back a recorded verse in 24 hours. Yo, the song is fire. Shout out to whoever's playing bass on that record. I need to look up the credits, but the bassist on To Be Honest destroys it. Like destroys it. Yeah, man. It's a great record. Ode to Nikki, which is a song that's a dedication to Nikki Giovanni, legendary black poet. It is Black History Month, which reminds me, hold up. It's Black History Month, and we didn't do the thing, so we got to do the thing. You know what I mean? Just in case you forgot, just a quick reminder.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black, and I'm black.
Happy Black History Month. So yeah, man, the song with Nikki Giovanni, the song that's dedicated to Nikki Giovanni is an amazing record as well. It's like a spoken word record with a really dope beat, but she's doing like poems over it. And then Ab Soul, who's another one of my favorites these days, comes through and kills it with his poem as well. Like he doesn't do like he's not straight up rap, and he's doing poetry. And it's song is dope. It's really, really dope. One of my favorite lines is on a song called Universe, where she's like I found a universe in your eyes. I was like, God, man, that I can see that tatted on people's bodies. Like the line is dope. Man, there's so many great records. Man, Lifting Me Up is a go-go joint, so it just feels like home. Even though she's from Philly, she always shows a lot of love to the DMV, to DC area and stuff like that. And it's not the first time she's done like a go-go record, or go-go inspired record, I should say. And so the new album is fire. For those of you who love like soul music, R&B, recorded spoken word, jazz, like all the things, like Jill Scott does all of that on this record. The song BPOTY, that's the song with Too Short. The concept is brilliant because what that stands for is Biggest Pimp of the Year. So having Too Short on it is dope. But what's really dope is like, yo, she's criticizing like the church, you know what I mean? And like it's a very like it's a rough, it's like, yo, she really goes in on like how problematic certain things in the church are in terms of like, like the exploitation that sometimes happens in churches that pretend to be things that they're not. And this isn't all churches, but this has definitely been a problem. And so the song addresses that. And so having Too Short on there basically saying how like, yo, some of these churches are pimping the people, they're pimping the community. And so having Too Short rap from the point of view of a pimp and just really breaking it down, like how he uses you after the critique that she just makes in her verse. Like, yo, the album is dope. The album is dope. The song Pay You on Tuesday, if you are not black, I probably would not be singing those lyrics out loud. You know, and she literally puts a disclaimer before the record. And what's crazy about that particular song is it's a blues record. Like the song is a blues record, which makes it just even dope. Man, check out the album. It ain't for everybody. It's definitely for me. I love it. And all that good stuff, man. But yeah. Hold on. Hey, in the comments, let me know if y'all can still hear me and it's just my face that's frozen. Cause it looks like I'm frozen on YouTube, but I look like I'm okay over here. So I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna take me off the screen real quick and then come right back and see if we can fix it. Oh, it looks like it's moving now. But yeah, man, if you're still here in the comments, just let me know if it was frozen for you or if it's all right now. You know, regardless, you know, we'll go from there. But I'm done anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Hey, I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching. Yeah, see, okay, it was frozen. See, it's crazy, man. It was just like I'm over here just with the stuck face. Y'all gotta let me know, son. You know what I mean? Joint was probably like that the whole time I was talking about the Jill Scott project. But yeah, let me know if y'all have heard it, man. Anybody in the comments listen to the new project. Soul Tiger, I think you're from Philly, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think of it. Being from Philly, like, you know, Jill Scott's one of your own, man. Shout out to the city of Philadelphia. Has produced some of the greatest musicians and rappers the world has ever seen. So got a lot of love for Philly. All right. But on that note, y'all, I'm going to get ready to wrap up so I can get out of here. Oh, by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, please consider doing so. I'm less than, I think I'm less than 2,000 followers away from, no, I'm less than 3,000 followers away from hitting 20,000 followers on IG. So yeah, if you're not following me over there, make sure you're following me there too. And we're doing well over here on YouTube too, man. Over 13,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So thank you for that. I greatly appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all for contributing today. And I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, man. But thanks everybody for watching. Y'all have an amazing weekend. As you know, it's that time of day. It's time to play my youngest daughter's favorite part of the show. That's the outro. Y'all take care, y'all. Peace. Yeah, please do. Please do check it out. Let me know what you think. All right. Peace, y'all. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yeah, 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 yo, 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 yeah. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Who made it to the end? You made it to the end. Yo, 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 yo. Subscribe, like, do whatever you like. Stay subscribed, like, do whatever you like. That's right.